The Attorney General of Texas has investigated ActBlue for years, the Republican candidate for Senate in the state as well. Ken, good to have you back on. How dirty is ActBlue?
Oh, I have no doubt that all of that's true. I mean, we saw the report that you just showed. The woman didn't know she couldn't afford $150,000. I've been investigating for years. We have a lawsuit now. We know for a fact that they are not following the law. They use these prepaid cards so that no one knows where the contributions are coming from. And federal law requires that you report contributions, and we don't know whether they're coming from the United States, but we're assuming much of this is coming from overseas.
And without question. Want to just talk about your Senate campaign here. This is going to be one of the hottest races this fall, is Texas, which Democrats keep telling us is going to be a blue state one of these days. Got a new report this evening that Talarico's campaign has hired a new deputy policy director, and he was a guy that worked for John Cornyn, your primary opponent, for 5 years as a policy advisor. That has got to be one of the stranger. A guy going from Cornyn to Talarico is about as strange as it gets. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I just heard that today. I was kind of shocked that, I guess if you get offered enough money, you make the move.
Sell your soul.
If you don't care about the country and the state going socialist Democrat, which is exactly what James Talarico is. He fits into the mold of everybody you just talked about earlier.
Is he trying to paint himself as moderate enough for Texas now? Because he was insane when he was a no-name, right?
It is so predictable, Rob. Every view that he had, every vote that he took as a state representative, every interview that he had where he said these radical socialist things, he's moved away from. He's not talking about that. He's running as a Christian pastor who's a moderate, trying to convince people that he is something completely different than he's been for the last decade at least, and probably his whole life.
Yeah. The issue of Islam in your state has been getting more and more interesting. They want to build that city, like an autonomous city for themselves. The Muslims in your state do. You had the governor ordering an investigation into planned Islamic foot washing stations at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport and the funding of it. The airport has now said they're scrapping moving forward with that. You had an Islamic foot washing station were planned to be installed in this airport. That is bizarre, to say the least.
Bizarre and probably unconstitutional to put that in just for one religion. I mean, if you were going to do that, then I think you'd have to take into account every religion and what they wanted. And they were definitely favoring one. I think that was Abbott's argument. And of course, it got their attention, got the airport's attention.
Yeah, it certainly did. Not that we're surprised, but that's something that would be planned at some point, because that's kind of just the way it feels, is that we have to do a lot of pandering to every religion except the one that kind of founded this country. Ken Paxton, good to see you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
All right.